Okay, so
That took about 20 minutes.
about 20 minutes.
That's good and hot.
It's good and hot. It's cooked all the way through. That's all you need. 20 is not a magic number. You just want to get all of that bizzed up so it doesn't take any time at all to heat it all the way through. And now it's trying to separate. It wants to become sauce. It wants to become paste. So we're going to stir it all up a little bit. And then we're going to strain it. Now this happens to be a nut bag, but you can use anything that will strain and not melt. So we're going to take our cooked tomatoes and we're going to run them through the strainer here. Now you'll notice that the bag stays red and the liquid at the bottom is not.
Ooh.
So as we strain, what's going to be left in the bag can be either tomato sauce, if you leave some of the liquid in, or tomato paste, if you strain most of the liquid out, which is a really neat little process, makes it very easy. But the even neater thing about it is, if you make a mistake and you can all of this wonderful product into tomato paste and you say,
Uh-oh.
oh, I needed some sauce, you simply reconstitute your paste by the liquid below. So it's just handy and dandy for mothers who are at home that aren't focusing on everything. Sometimes they forget a few things, slide by. Now I do this at home in very large quantities, and so I hang mine in a pillowcase in the garage. And out of sight, out of mind, it's very easy to just forget that you have tomato paste or sauce hanging, and you unfortunately end up with all paste because you've waited too long. And this method takes care of that quite easily. So after you've taken all of your cooked tomato puree and you've put it into this jar, you can pull this out. Right now you wouldn't want to pull it out fast because this is extremely hot.
Let me embrace the jar. Okay. And you probably do it in your large quantities in a bigger vessel then, I'm assuming.
Yes. Okay. This is going to hurt like crazy. Yeah, I have a problem in that I don't have it all in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. There we go.
there we go. Now your little nutmeg drains out quite quickly.
Does it?
And so we're going to have sauce right now. Okay, so we've strained this sufficiently. We're going to retain the liquid. Just in case we got this too thick, we could use that. And if you look down here in our little goodie bag, what we have is a beautiful little clump of tomato paste. And if you look at it,
Nice.
it's nice and firm. It's paste, just like that. Now, all that would need to be done with that from here on out is to be placed in your sterile canning jars.
Sterilized for at least 5 minutes in boiling water.
Follow your instructions, but basically you're boiling the jars to kill any little bugs that you don't want. Take that paste, fill your jar to the neck. You don't want to overfill it, just to the neck. Press it down. If there's any air pockets, you'd like to get those out of there. And the next step is canning. We're going to water bath.
I'll do it for you.
No, we're okay.
Sterilized lids,
Sterilized lids,
new seals.
new seals, sterilized jar. Now basically, we're going to put this in a pan of boiling water. That's all that a boiling bath is. Just simply putting this jar of paste into another pan full of water and boiling it for 20 minutes. That will create a seal. And then this is good pretty much for infinity.
That was my next question. How long can a canned tomato?
Well, you know, we found these in grandma's basement, you know, I think they're pretty much good for our lifetime. Now, in the event that the seal releases, it is not. So you always need to make sure when you open something that has been canned at home, that you make sure that there's nothing unsightly on top and there's no odd off smells.
Be it vegetable or meat.
Whatever it is that you've canned, whatever that anybody has canned, if there's anything that you find questionable, when in doubt, throw it out.
It's just like what we've learned through the dairy classes and through the fermentation classes, that the nose knows.
Things happen. So you just keep a careful eye. But if you follow the sterilization patterns for the meat, for the vegetables, for the fruits that you find in your canning books that are specific to the fruit or vegetable or meat that you're using, you should be fine. But always check.